All right, welcome back. So we're going to jump in and we're going to get your meal set up off of the macro sheet that we already created, okay? So we're going to come in here. This is the macro planner, and this is a tool that lets you plan one day in advance or a number of days if you're going to be doing batch cooking. So when you look at your nutrition sheet, this is our secondary sheet. This is how our macros per meal is going to come out. But these are my values off of the sheet, okay? So this is coming right off the nutrition printout that I have for everybody. Shows you your daily protein, your carbs, your fat, and your overall calories. If I go in here to my macro planner, I can enter these. If I want to do a batch cook, I can enter multiple days at a time, but for now I'm only going to focus on one day. And then I enter my number of meals. I'm focused on 4 meals per day. And then so it starts to give me my macros per meal. Now these are all negative values because I have filled in all these boxes here. But if I delete all these, so like if I come over here and I delete this big section of carbohydrates, then if you watch the values up in the left-hand corner, they're all going to dramatically shift. So if all these are zeroed out, then you're going to see these values down here for one day or times by the number of days if you're doing a batch prep using this sheet. On this table, I'm going to be entering enough. My personal macros are about 60 per meal. Okay, so when I change these numbers, then these adjust here as well. So if I was doing my values, then they're going to be higher than the ones that I've listed here. Most people, aside from those bigger guys, are going to be starting around 30 to maybe 40 grams of protein per meal. So I'm going to have all of these entered as 30. So I adjust them until I get my protein per meal to be roughly 30. And then this is showing me the number of ounces. So I have my ounces. This is the number of ounces of these different types of beef that I'm going to need for my 30 grams of protein per meal. I have a section here for chicken, for fish. If there is a protein that you want to have that you don't see in here, let's chat about it so I can update things. Likewise, over here, I have my starches. So again, I'm looking at my macros per meal is going to be 60. My carbs are going to be, let's see, because these again are not adjusted right. So my carbs are going to be 175 per day. So divided by 4, that's going to be roughly about 44. And then I have my fat a little bit under 20 per meal. Okay. So I'm going to adjust these values, and then on the secondary sheet, these are my macros per meal. Now I can copy and paste these values right in here, and I can start to see how I'm going to build each and every meal for myself and any family member that might be involved in my process here. So I'm here, I'm going to copy and paste, boom. And when you log into this sheet, these are all going to be adjusted for the average values for most people are going to be using, and then you can slightly tweak them up and down. So now I see that every single meal, like if I'm going to have a 93% ground beef, and I need to get my 30 grams of protein, I'm going to go with 4 ounces of 93% beef. That's going to be 216 calories. And so in this way, I'm going to know the amount of each and every ingredient that I'm going to use for my meals. So I have my starches over here. Now what we can do, this is going to be later in the week, but I'm just kind of jumping ahead. I don't have the sheet open, but what I can actually do now is I can construct each and every meal, and I know how many ounces of meat I'm going to need per meal, how many ounces of carbs, and it's super beneficial because when I do my shopping, I'm going to know exactly the right amount of proteins to get, how many pounds or how many ounces of carbohydrates I'm going to need, and I'm going to be able to plan everything out. And I'm going to have the confidence in knowing that when I eat all this food that I buy every couple days or once a week, that I'm hitting my targets and I'm making that progress. So post questions and comments down below, and let's get this done in the next couple days. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.